Hello and welcome to another edition of Ask the Young Cow. My name is Leon Street and this is
Jack Rogers.
Okay, so today we've got a really interesting topic that we want to cover, and it's all about conversion rate and also customer acquisition cost. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go live onto Periscope. At this point, what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to prepare the first part of our slide presentation where you can basically see what we do. So you're probably seeing hashtag Ask the Young Cow, which is ATYC. This is what we have every Wednesday, 1 p.m. UK time. And so we answer your internet marketing questions. Jack, give us a flavor of the type of things that we normally do.
So for, I think this is our 12th maybe, I think 12th hangout. Or
what happened on the last two?
Oh, the last two, well, you weren't here for the last two.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to remember now. It was about display ads, remarketing, and how remarketing can help to bring back customers. For example, display ads.
Cool.
PPC.
Sounds like a mouthful there.
Yeah, it does.
Right. Make sure you're talking up for our listeners. So we're gonna go live on this one. So, as I said, it's all about conversion rate today, and we're also doing internet marketing, customer acquisition cost. And so if you're tuning in, you may be seeing us on Periscope, you may see us on Google Hangouts on air. If you're following us or watching us on Google Hangouts on air, you will have the pleasure of seeing our slide presentation. And what I will do is flip around so you guys on Periscope can see as well. But today, like I said, we're live from the UK Young Cow offices here in Wolverhampton, sunny Wolverhampton actually. Behind you can see our prison bars. This is to keep us in, making sure that we are delivering on our work. So final time, I'm just going to say we're talking about conversion rate today and customer acquisition cost and how this has an effect on your internet marketing. So I'm Leon Street, this is Jack Rogers, and we're going to deep dive straight into this one. So the key thing here is understanding your conversion rate and customer acquisition cost is a huge thing, as so many times where I'm speaking to customers and they haven't got a clue where to look or what they need to consider when it comes to their internet marketing. More often than not, they are looking at how many clicks can I get to my website, how many clicks can I get from Google AdWords, from Facebook and so on. But what they're missing is what is the conversion rate of those clicks. So when somebody clicks on a Google AdWords ad or an ad on Facebook, or even finds their website via search engines, they're not really looking at how that click then converts into an action that they actually want the customer to perform. And so conversion rate, let's kick off with it. We'll give you an explanation. So conversion rate is basically when a visitor to your website performs an action that you want them to take. And so what could this be? It could be signing up to an email newsletter, creating an account with a login and password. It could be making a purchase if you've got an e-commerce website, or it could simply be filling in a contact form as a lead generation, or it could be something else. And something else could be that you want people to spend on average, I don't know, two minutes on a particular page where you have a video, so you know that they're checking it out. So that's conversion rate. Now, what's the point of this? This allows you to measure what you need to improve when it comes to your website and internet marketing. So conversion rate is a massive thing. If you're looking at the slide right now, you can probably see the graphic. I'm just going to flip around for the guys on Periscope. So we have visitors where we attract them in, we engage them, and we convert them. So that's really what conversion rate is all about. And so it's pulling people in. Now, let's go straight into what is customer acquisition cost. So I've just explained what conversion rate is. It's all about people taking an action on your website that you're tracking and measuring. So customer acquisition cost is what is the cost associated in convincing that customer to perform the action. So whether they're buying a product or service, filling in a lead generation form, opting into your newsletter as a subscriber. So this cost is incurred by the organization to convince a potential customer basically for them to perform the action. And so at this point, you've got to take into account all of the costs inclusive in making your product, in delivering the service. And normally this is the overheads of your business. And so every company, no matter the size, will have some form of overheads. So at this point, you'll be able to understand what is the cost of you putting together a marketing campaign, actually converting customers, and then finding out how much it's cost you to gain those customers, to buy the customers in. So then, again, we've got the graphics where we're showing the sales funnel, visitors, we've got the attraction of the visitors, engagement, and conversion. So at this point, it's really important, because let's say you spend, I don't know, £1,000 on your marketing campaign in a month. You need to understand how well your campaigns are marketing and how well they're converting. So how many customers do you get from your £1,000 budget? And so at that point, you're probably then thinking, well, I'm spending £1,000. We're converting, I don't know, let's say 1% of those visitors that come to the website. But now what you need to consider is, what is the acquisition cost of your customers? So if your budget for the month for your marketing is £1,000, let's say, maybe you're selling a product that costs your customer to buy in £5,000. Yeah. And so at this point, just want to say hi to Robert Dean Smith the first on Periscope. So at this point, you're really starting to drill down in terms of what are the costs associated with your marketing campaigns. And so we're probably getting into kind of the maths area. And if this scares anybody, believe me, there's no need to fear. We have a great slide coming up. At this point, I'm going to say that marketing maths is sexy. If you're watching on Periscope, you've probably seen a slide. We have here Rachel Riley. So you've probably seen her from Countdowns. So I'm just showing you that actually maths is sexy. So what is it that I want to focus on here, Jack? We've got 2 key points. And so I'll just let you tell us what they are.
Yeah, okay, so the 2 points are conversion rate and cost per converted click. And this just gives you an idea of how you work out your conversion rate. So as you can see on the slides, it says number of goal achievements divided by the visitors equals your conversion rate.
Yep.
And cost per converted clicks is your total total cost divided by total number of converted clicks.
Okay, let's break that down. So at this point, what we're starting to see are what are the numbers when it comes to getting people to convert on your website, and what are the numbers in terms of what are the actual costs to you in terms of your marketing budget. That's the whole point of this. And so if you're watching us on the Hangout, you've probably been following the slides. The key thing for us really is to make you aware, because the first step in understanding how to be effective with your marketing is awareness. And so now you've got 2 key fundamentals that you can test and measure. So conversion rate and cost of converted click. Now, the cost of converted click will reveal itself, especially if you're doing advertising on Google Adwords. And so what I'd like to do then is move into, how do you get these tools? How do you get Google Analytics, and how do you get Google Adwords in order to track conversion rate and cost of converted click? And so let's jump back into our presentation. So if you're watching us on Hangout, remember you've got the presentation where you can follow exactly what we're talking about. For anybody joining us on Periscope, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. It's Young Cow UK. Just search for us, you'll find us. We are growing steadily but surely. So let's move forward. If you're looking at monitoring and tracking, testing and measuring conversion rate with your website, whether you're an e-commerce website or just a brochure style website, use Google Analytics. If you're looking at doing pay-per-click campaigns with Google, you're going to need to use Google Adwords. And so to get those links, you can see the links on Hangout. If you're following us on Periscope, just giving you a quick shot there of the presentation. So it's google.com/analytics, and for AdWords, it's google.com/AdWords. Right then, so now you know where to get the tools. You can integrate these tools into your website, into your marketing. You can test them for email newsletter campaigns and various other campaigns by using the codes that they give you once you sign up. So then let's have a look at Google Analytics. Right then, so Google Analytics tracks conversion rate, or allows you to track conversion rate. And this basically allows you to see the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns. And so if you're looking at the slide right now, once you log into Google Analytics, you can see this is a live example from one of our clients. Go over to the left-hand side where all the main menus are. For everybody on Periscope, you can see that there. So on the left-hand side, there is a menu item. You may need to scroll down a bit, but there's a menu item that says conversions. Go to goals, click on overview, and then once you've signed up and installed the goals onto your website, you'll be able to see the conversions that your website is currently tracking. So it could be, like we said earlier, lead generation forms, newsletters. What other things could we track?
We can track where they've come from, what websites they come from, where they come from, social media, and where they're locating the page from as well.
So so those are some of the other features. When it comes to conversion though, you're probably looking at, just for basic conversion, lead generation, or how many people opt into your newsletter, to see how effective your landing pages are at converting visitors into subscribers. Okay, So if you're following us on the presentation, once again, conversions, as you can see on this particular example, this particular website is performing at 1.4% conversion rate, which could be improved. And we're in the process of improving this for one of our clients. But the key thing is that we have a value that we can now work from as a basis to improve. So what I'd like to then do is move on to our next slide, which is e-commerce conversion rate. So in e-commerce conversion rate is all about tracking sales from your e-commerce website. So on this particular website, you can see that there was an improvement in conversion rate from 0.2 to 0.67, which was a nearly 240% increase in conversion rate. And so if anybody has an e-commerce website out there, you'll know that this is huge. You are able to track the revenue generated, and so it's a really powerful tool. Again, to get to e-commerce conversion rate, it's in the same area as conversion rate in Google Analytics. Just go to the left-hand side, scroll down, click on conversion rate, open it up, and you'll be able to see what your conversion rate is. If you have any difficulty in implementing these tools with your website, get in touch with us. We can help you out or point you in the right direction. Right then, so we've spoken about conversion rate. What about cost per converted click, or customer acquisition cost, or as I like to call it? Okay, so in Google AdWords, let's go back to face-to-face up for the camera. In Google AdWords, you can set up your campaigns where you've got a monthly budget and you set up number of campaigns. Tell us the types of campaigns that you can set up, Jack, for Google AdWords. Yep.
So what sort of examples?
I want you to tell me.
I don't really know where to start with that one.
Come on. If you're a brand new business, what kind of campaigns could you set up on Google AdWords?
If you're a new business, it could be brand awareness campaigns.
Yeah.
So that's not all about getting clicks. It's about getting your brand out there, your brand logo.
What about getting clicks? What kind of campaigns can you set up in AdWords, Jack?
So that'd be like pay-per-click campaigns. So for example, if you did Windows, you do Windows in your area.
Display or text?
You can do both. Display ads will be for websites like Express and Star. So if people visit the site and come back to it, you'll see a display ad.
Or if you're watching from around the world, it could be like, the New York Times, any websites that allow banner ads to be shown on their website. What other things could we do? We could do text ads on search engines. You can also do text ads that appear on other websites that allow the ads to appear who are doing Google AdSense advertising. Right. So in Google AdWords, you've got your campaign set up, but now you need to know, against whatever budget you set on a monthly basis, how much return is it bringing you, or how much is it costing you to bring a customer into your business. So what I'm going to do is just jump back to our presentation, just so you can see. If you're watching us on Periscope, hi guys, we're just going to give you a quick look there. So Google AdWords, we have got the presentation going. This is also live on Hangouts, so you can watch us on YouTube as well, or go straight to Google Hangouts and you can see the full presentation. The video will be archived after we finish shortly. So Google AdWords, cost per converted click. So you set up your campaign, you get so many clicks coming to your website, but imagine you're selling a product that costs £5 or $5, yeah? But you're currently paying, or you get conversions where you're paying £10 per converted click immediately. You can probably see that that is a no or a non-profitable strategy to be running. And so the importance of Google AdWords and looking at your cost of converted click, it gives you an indication as to whether you are on point when it comes to profitability with your Google AdWords campaign. So this is your customer acquisition cost, and you can see the examples here. If you're in Google AdWords, you need to see this column here. It says cost/conversion. There's other things here that you can look at where you've got estimated total conversions and so on. If you don't see these columns, click on the columns link in AdWords, click on the little arrow, and then it will allow you to find these columns and show them to you. This is massively important that you see these so that you can track how much it's costing you to get customers in, either as a lead or for customers that are buying from your e-commerce store. Right then, let's move on. So the next point really is, we've spoken about conversion rate, we've spoken about cost per converted click. We need to bring this together. We need to pull this together so we've got something that can show us how effective everything is that we can track online when it comes to our internet marketing. Would you agree? Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad that he agrees. Right then, so in Google Analytics, there is a very useful tool that you need to check out. And so this tool is the model comparison tool. Now, this is all about bringing your marketing strategies all together. So the multiple marketing strategy that you have to one point, so you can analyze all of them. And so we've got the description running here for everybody watching on YouTube Hangouts. Customers typically visit a site multiple times before converting. A potential customer may discover your brand via a display ad, return to your site later to search, and finally convert after searching for a specific product or offering. What that tends to mean is that normally you get a customer after about 7 to 10 visits, and so that's how many times they need to come across your brand before they make a buying decision or action. The multi-channel funnels reports allow you to analyze your customers' conversion paths, the sequences of interactions that led to the conversion, which helps you to make effective advertising decisions, which is the key thing. And in particular, what I would advise you to do is look at first interaction and last interaction. That simply means first interaction is the first time somebody comes to your website. Last interaction is the last time that they come to your website before they perform an action. And this is all done by the cookies that Google Analytics drops onto the person's device when they're viewing your site once you have it successfully installed. And that seemed like a mouthful.
Yeah.
Right. So what does it look like? So this is the model comparison tool. And so what will happen is, for guys on Periscope, there you go, you'll be able to see the different marketing strategies you run. So organic search, paid search, referrals, email marketing, social network, display ads. It will show you the spend against the ones that it is tracking. So AdWords would be paid search. It will show you the first interaction conversion. So it's showing you the conversion rate. And it will also show you the cost per action, as well as the first interaction conversion value. So how much money you make. And then the final column is first interaction return on ad spend. So how much percentage is it returning? So therefore, you can then start to really drill down and analyze the customer acquisition cost, what we were speaking about in AdWords, to the nth degree against all of your marketing strategies. Now, I'd say that's pretty cool. These are the key areas for your marketing to begin to look at. There's so many more areas that you can look at, but what I would advise you guys is to start with these two. And really the importance is the more that you're aware, the better informed you are, and therefore the better decisions you can make about your marketing. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Cool. So at that point, whatever money that you invest on a monthly basis with your marketing, you are clear about what the budget is. You are clear about how well your marketing campaigns convert. You're also clear about the cost that it is for you to get a customer into your business. And so therefore you can make sure that your products and services and the way you market them are all profitable. So that's the key thing. So let's wrap this up then as a conclusion. So what I'm going to do is jump back into our handy little presentation. So as it says, use the knowledge to enlighten yourself about your internet marketing, find out what works, what doesn't, and improve on what does work. So I hope you guys have found this interesting. I've got one more thing to add though, Jack. How are you feeling?
Good. It's a bit rough, yeah.
Why are you feeling rough?
Well, I think we mentioned in the last 2 weeks when you weren't here that we were doing Tough Mudder.
Yes.
I think we've both caught the wrong side of it afterwards. So
right, get the photo over there. Right, guys. So as Jack was saying, last Saturday, so what were we on Wednesday? 4 days ago, we entered Tough Mudder. If you've not heard about it, here's the proof. Let me get that on the camera there. So that's our team, the Young Cow team. I'll show that for other guys on Periscope. That's us. So we completed an 11.2 mud run, 24 obstacles. There was ice bath, electroshock therapy. There was walls to climb. There was a lot of things to challenge us mentally, physically, and emotionally. And so what I'd say is that we were successful. We got, as we said, we got the headbands to prove it, although I wasn't wearing mine. I was too hot. But the key thing for us is that we like to have fun in our business. We like to push the boundaries, and I hope that you found this hangout of use. If you'd like to find out more, please hashtag us on Twitter, ATYC. Make sure you leave a comment in the comments box on YouTube, and we'll be more than happy to reply and answer your questions. Is there anything else we need to add, Jack?
No, I don't think so. It's been a new experience using Periscope this week as well.
Yeah, Periscope. We had a few people on and off, so, you know, at least the video will sit there. Yeah. But what I want to say, guys, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. till around about 1:30. So we normally last around about 10 to 30 minutes, covering topics on internet marketing for small businesses, entrepreneurs, people just like you. And I just want you to keep watching. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
See you next week.